Anyway, gonna be doing roll quest today. Yay! All right. Munch on the fries later, Nathan. You have to smoke. Smoke first, fries next. Yeah, I got all the way to the roll quest lock off, and that's that. I figured that was a pretty good place to stop right there. Guys, I didn't know this. I just found this out today, and I shared it on Twitter, but I'm so excited. Hang on. That one was gross. I apologize. I should have been away from the microphone for that one. I'm trying to push now. Anyway, so yeah, Avix, I saw that come through. I didn't hear it though. I'm gonna try repeating. That's really weird. What? Oh, you know what? I know what happened. Hang on. There it is.
Quizno's next stream.
Quizno's next stream. I will. All right. I may have to enlist the assistance of Volkai for that one. Oh shit! Hang on. I'm gonna apologize to you guys because I got to disable performance mode here for just a quick second, so my frame rate is gonna go to shit. But I need to add the alert box to this scene. There we go. Okay, now, all right, performance mode is back on, and the computer did not catch on fire. Okay, hang on. Now I want to test it and make sure, and Avix, your donation will get repeated again.
Quizno's next stream.
There we go! Hey! All right. My apologies, Avix. All right. Yeah, on that scene, I didn't have the alert box. Man, I should not be rushing through this. That's why I'm coughing. And I got the baby lungs down. Hey, what's going on, Zero? How you doing? Long time no see. What? It was, man. Oh, Lloyd, that one hurt. That one legitimately hurt. Oh, my eyes are watering now. Whew. My voice sounds all fucked up. I couldn't, man. I couldn't. There we go. That's much better. What am I hang on. What am I running in this? I apologize. This is also probably going to send my frame rate to shit for a moment. I am currently running an AMD A10 Radeon R7 for a quad core, 3.7 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM. And I am using the onboard's graphics card. So, yeah. Not great. Oh, dude, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Zero. Wrong computer. Remember, there are two computers. There's the stream computer and there's the game computer. The game computer... Oh, fuck. What do I have in here? I think it's a 1060 that I have in here. And then the other computer is what hosts the stream. So it's got an Elgato in it. Now, granted, it doesn't have to have a whole ton of power, but that's the reason that the stream sits at 480 and not even a 720. So, yes, running the stream off of a potato. That is correct. All right. Let's see what Granson has to say. Can't say I've chatted with you before. I think I'd remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? And wary besides, huh? Rest assured I've no secret designs. Name's Granson, bounty hunter by trade, mostly sin eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling that you were a tough bastard, the sort that must get mistaken for the warrior of darkness the folks have been talking about recently. That right? Especially for video encoding. Yeah, exactly, guys. And I'll tell you, we're most of the way there for getting a new computer. So, through your generosity, this will improve. I can say that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Easy killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Norvaran. Prize, you say? I needed that. Thought that'd grab your attention. Huh. Wow, what is the... Dick Io sign. Dick Io sign? Really? That's a name? All right. Dick sign. That's his new name. Dick sign's the fiend I'm after. One of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folks are wont to call him. There were hopes that somehow the death of Vothri and the Wardens might have put an end to Dick sign. We're going to go with Dick sign. But alas, seems the rules bind other sin eaters don't apply to the virtues. Former warriors of light, the esteemed heroes who saved a realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard this all before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a sin eater. The better to torment we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. You've heard the pitch, so what's the answer? You interested in hunting Dick sign with me? Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're the dab hand I think you are, for my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray sin eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. All right, hunting Dick sign. Ah, God damn it. Yeah, at least we're right at the weekend, man. Oh, man. That was me yesterday. I was exhausted yesterday. Oh, shit. I ran right by him. Oh, fuck. I gotta go out there? Fucking fuck. How the fuck do I get there? What the fuck? Oh, he's not up there. Never mind. I'm dumb. There you are. Very good. The Sin Eaters were sighted west of the Ascensor Gate. We'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing Sin Eaters for sport, remember that they were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor by putting them out of their misery. I've only had In-N-Out Burger, I think, twice. Once when we were we were visiting the campus of UC Irvine, and then another time I think I got In-N-Out Burger in Vegas, but I was kind of drunk, so I don't exactly remember that very clearly. It was some kind of fast food in any case. Oh, fuck off. It was pretty good. Like, it was okay. You know, it was kind of similar to the Wendy's that I had today. Kind of like B- C+ area. Good, clean work. This clearly is not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke, though. Besides, the world could deal with a few less sin eaters. Follow me. Shouldn't be much further. I've never even heard of the habit. I've got a couple of favorite burger joints. So I've got, like, if I want a pub burger, I go over to Cass Cafe. That's a Detroit original, and I just fucking love the way that they cook almost anything, but their pub burger is particularly good. And then I have a sort of a guilty pleasure slider spot, which is this like super small greasy spoon place called Braze, which is another Michigan original. And I absolutely adore them. They are just very simple, flat patties, bun, ketchup, mustard, pickle, grilled onion, and dude, I used to live down the street from Braze, and it was so difficult not to, like, because it was right in between where I lived and where I worked, so it was so easy to just stop off and get like a sack of 6 hamburgers. But those things fucking stink. Like, they smell so much of onions that it's like you got to eat that shit in the car, because if you bring it in, like, inside, and your coworkers do not like onions, they will fucking hate you. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of man I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the wandering stairs and make this official, shall we? You know, I do have to admit, when I was sitting in the Wendy's line, I was eyeing that jalapeno, what is it, jalapeno baconator, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds kind of good. But my stomach has been upset all day, so I was like, you know what, I better just go with the pretzel bun pub burger and not try to push it. So maybe I'll do the jalapeno baconator one day. I love the smell of cooked onions. Like, oh my god. They're so good. But I can sympathize with anyone who doesn't like that smell. It's definitely a very strong smell. It's sort of the same thing like what do you call it? Garlic. It's not everyone's flavor. I totally understand that. But I love garlic and onions are my favorite thing in the fucking world. Let's see. Just to make sure you're still keen on our arrangement, Aniero, will you join me and hunt the dread fiend Dick Sign and put an end to his accursed existence? Excellent, then it is settled. And now every hunt begins with an investigation, and ours is no exception. Dick Sign can be a rather difficult eater to pin down. Phrasing. But before we commence ours, we would do well to attend our respective preparations. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. Sure. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes, let's go. Then let us be about it. Before you ask, I have no intention of leading us into the wilds without even an inkling of Dick Sign's whereabouts. Norbrand may be a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but it would take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nook of it. So we'll start by asking around a place I know for a fact Dick Sign has attacked before, the village of Wright on Kalusha. While I don't have a reason to believe he will return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came through. So let us be off then. Yeah, anything with jalapenos on it is something that I'm automatically going to be a fan of. That's like the third ingredient, like the third most important ingredient. It's like garlic, onions, jalapenos. I put fucking onions and jalapenos in macaroni and cheese. So much I like onions and jalapenos. I've never had a Burnin' Love from Red Robin. What's on it? Dude, Avix, I had the most... they weren't poppers. What I had... I got these from Kroger. So they were jalapenos. They were cut in half and filled with cream cheese and then wrapped in fucking bacon. Oh! Fuck me! So good. So good. What I did, because I have like an apartment grill, right? So I grilled both sides of them, and then took two of the bacon wrapped jalapenos and put them between I had a couple of everything bagels, so put them on the everything bagels. Oh. Dude, it was so fucking good. Welcome to Wright. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me, never mind. We'll save that conversation for after. Tracking down Dick Sign is what matters right now. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up useful information that way, I'd wager. That is done. I like to make baked chicken wrapped in bacon and stuffed with cream cheese and jalapenos. Oh my god, that sounds fuck, that sounds good. God damn. No. Well, who the fuck am I supposed to talk to? If those are quest givers. Huh? Where did you come from, and what do you want with me? Dick Sign, that thrice-damned eater, that spitting image of Galgant Knight? That Dick Sign? I can't help you. All I know is that he wicked white. If you had seen the carnage, you would... I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Oh, okay. I see the difference in the... What? What do you want with me? The Sin Eater, the one that came and killed everyone? Oh, gods, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? Oh, I knew I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror and eaters and gah! Oh, he seems rightly terrified. Well, learn anything worth sharing? I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Oh, shit. What exactly happened here? Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now's as good as time as any. I was born and raised in Wright, lacking any real prospects. I eked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life, Melinda. Okay, Melinda. There we go. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Yulmoran trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, and he had a bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthus, he called it. Me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot, buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Around here, that may not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had, so when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials. She needed for work, quality stuff, but it'd pay for itself 10 times over. But when I got back to Wright, Dick's sign had been busy. I spied at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us. The gruff woodsman who'd brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter. Both of them reduced to mindless fiends, just like that. There wasn't any time to mourn or think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met as she knew it was going to be all right. We ran for each other, and even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there in front of me, and the next she was... Dixine knelt and took the Fangs of Orthus, then left, leading a host of sin-eaters out of Wright. But Melinda, I couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her, not once in the years that we had been together. For all the time she'd welcome me home with a bowl of hot stew, all the time she'd laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all that and more, I killed her. I swore then and there I'd have my vengeance. Dick Sign would die by my hand. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones that he left on my soul, an enduring reminder of the vow that I never dare stray from the path. Well, that was depressing. There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off our hunt. Still with me to end the sinner?
Time to top Wendy's with some buffalo blue cheese bison burgers. Also, grandson is a bit of a nub.
Thank you very much, Frice, for the subscription. Much appreciated. There's the spirit still. I have some unfinished business here. If you could give me a moment before we resume, I would be most grateful. Sorry to have kept you waiting, sinner. I'm sure that you're eager to get back to it as I am. Trouble is, in your absence, I've failed to turn up any information about the whereabouts of Dick Sign. There is one line of inquiry I have yet to pursue, though. The Fangs of Orthus. The bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore, and that Eater took with him and when he left. Right. Sin Eaters are mindless fiends driven by base instinct. Everyone knows that. There's no need for worldly possessions. Yet Dick Sign took the bracelet anyway, which can only mean that there's something unique about that particular antique, or the sinless bastard somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Either way, I think we need to learn more about the Fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask, the Ilmoran trader who commissioned Melinda's services. Much as I'd like to question him myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though Dick Sign's attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the traitor will believe that the Eater stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. So I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead, Aniero. Melinda said he was a regular at the Beehive, so try looking for him there first. This is going pretty quickly. And what do I owe the pleasure that is your company? Thank you for the host. Let me see who the host is. Thank you, Frice. Appreciate it. Fangs of Orthus, you say. How very interesting. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know under the assumption that you recover it. You see it return to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it was a relic of Vobert, that glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true from what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit, after having it properly restored by an artisan in Wright. Alas, she was one of several casualties of a Sin Eater attack during which the Fangs of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have, of course, been keeping in touch with several contacts on and off by chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not, regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Mord's Souk, I am told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for incentive, you may be assured that any information that aids me in acquisition of the Fangs of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. Okay. Gotta go all the way back to right now. Cool. See, I can actually read dialogue when it's not fucking Uriange's. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? So he thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well, we'd probably not know where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. If this piece of similar design is related to the Fangs of Orthus, then it might attract Dick Sign's attention, assuming it hasn't already. Let's go. This is taking me all over the fucking place. Fine weather we're having today in Wordsook, isn't it? No such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folk. We'll find no shortage of Vobirdite trinkets here. Finding the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer as before. Yo, what's going on, Evil? How's it going? Well met, well met. How may I be of service to you? Oh, a choker that once belonged to Vobirdite. Royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession, but no, I do not. In all my years, I have never even heard of someone unearthing such a thing. Not bad. Not bad. I had one of those pretzel bun double baconators today, and thanks to the generosity of Avixrim. So, and it was pretty good. My stomach's not upset yet, so that's a good sign. Yes, do you have business with me, traveler? Jesus fucking Christ. I swear, the fucking political text messages every day. The Vobirdite choker. Is that what all this fuss is about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once we realized how valuable it was, though, he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for him to return, you could try to find him at the ruins that he was scavenging for relics. They're not far. What news, friend? To think it was that easy. You've the luck of the Fae. But we need to hurry. If my theory's correct, then so long as that scavenger has the choker, he's a target for Dick Sign. Mercy, mercy. Take whatever you want, but please don't kill me. I have a family. Please, I beg of you. Yep. Please, please. But I think the fact that they're intrinsically different makes it kind of different from a multiverse. Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self. You can see it in their eyes. Like when Dick signed, Don't tell me you saw him. Wicked white, and he took the choker too? Damn it all. He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. Just like Wright, I was too late to save him. Just like I was too late to save her. But not again, never again. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world, Dick sign, vengeance will be mine. Right, yes. Neither time nor place more eaters could be about. It's just every time I cut one down, it reminds me of my first, of her. Then I think you may have picked the wrong profession, grandson. Yeah, I don't know what Kumi Tanioka is doing these days. In fact, I don't know who's composing music for FF11. to be honest with you. Got the sour belches. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is we'll both live to see another day. Pity the scavenger didn't, and the wife doesn't know yet. She doesn't yet know she's become a widow. Sod it. I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help me find the right words. Not that there are ever any. Afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you from your other affairs. We'll speak again soon. Or we'll speak again now. Hey there, sinner. Broke the bad news to the widow that of that scavenger while you were away. Okay. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she'd cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband had gotten it. Seems he and his mates took a trip up to Ilmeg a year or so back, hoping to cart off the Vobertite treasures that they could carry from an untouched ruin that they'd learned about. Of course, in their greed, they neglected to account for the Fey folk who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumble upon a remarkable find, 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. But they escaped with 2, the Fangs of Orthus being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to a Yulmoran. Either that merchant you met at the Beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. Hey, what's going on, Raggins? So the merchant gives it over to Minfilia for restoration, after which Dick Sign attacks Right, presumably cause he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Mord's Souk keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orthus locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to the here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there's no denying that Dick Sign has been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the third one, the Claws of Orthus, then I would say we should get our hands on it first and then use it to lure him out of hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the fairy kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not likely to be treated any better. Yeah, I've been there. Have you now? And the little devils let you go. I can only assume they've taken a liking to you. That settles it then. We'll head for Ilming and ask after this Vobertite ring. What a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping at shadows, waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack. though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually, if we're going to find this ring, after all. The New Mu were part of the Vobertite Society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin in our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort you can guide us to. Yeah, sure. Pla Any, huh? Very well, lead on. Where the fuck am I going? Yeah, I agree. Well, this is like it. Maybe if it was voice acted, that might help. But yeah, I get what you mean. Something about your demeanor bespeaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? A ring that belonged to the royal family of Vobert, and it was called the Claws of Orthus. But Vobert is long gone, as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. Who can say where it might have gotten to? Oh, hello there. Have you questions for me? The Claws of Orthus. It is a ring, you say. The name that I have heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, Sol Ol served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they will have knowledge of the treasure that you seek. Had yourself a conversation or three. Learn anything interesting? So this Sol Ol is the one we ought to speak with, eh? Former servant of the royal family, which would mean that they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. Where the fuck am I going now? I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. The fifth was discovered yesterday. Young girl not yet of age, transformed into misshapen beast like others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you at least learned something from this one. I studied her remains myself. It was plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs without any hesitation. But these are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Vobert, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us. Was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into this castle. Death is already here. Surely you must see that. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Saldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Vobertite soul, mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So I am to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high? Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes, the new recruit, a rather promising one from what Captain has told me. You will attend me personally. My lady. You heard me. I will not stand by when I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all. As your vow and your princess demand. Lady Saldia, I understand. Forgive my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right. There's no telling when our culprit will strike again, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come. Now, Lady Saldia! Lady Saldia! Ever the stubborn child. I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it and more. Hey, are you all right? The way you were holding your head as if racked by a terrible pain. What happened to you just now? Lady Saldia, you saw her with your mind's eye? Then it's as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean he's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? I see, and for this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the claws of Orthus. I'm afraid that's no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the eater you seek. There is a spot in a river not far from here which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you're the warrior that you claim to be, they should pose no challenge to you whatsoever. As for you, I have questions. Man, I'm still full from that burger. The beasts are no more then. Good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monster, like how sin eaters can spawn more of their own kind. I will speak no more of this or any of the matters until you have completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable, grandson. Aniero accepted my terms, and so must you. So secretive, both of you. Can't we just all speak plain? Your comrade refuses to acknowledge his situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many stubborn children in my life. Yeah, well, I'll be honest, man. That's my first time eating before streaming. Maybe since I started streaming again. Like, usually I'm coming off of, like, having lunch, like, 3 hours previous. Exemplary timing, Aniero. 'Twas more than a moment ago that grandson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. My arse. This one's no better than a Yomoran aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Ere you continue to give me cause to reconsider aiding your hunt, perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine. Aniero said he saw a vision of you and Brandon looking at thick as thieves. You were friends, eh? Know what he's up to now? Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the sin eater that took possession of his corpse. Dick sign, aye, but unlike most sin eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason, he's been hunting down royal treasures of old Vobert. And he's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? What irony. Even in death, he remains a slave to duty, a knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. You ruined my life, killed my beloved right before my very eyes. Every night I go to bed dreaming of the day I take my revenge. Oh, I see. Truly, you have suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it's ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, Dick Sign is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims the ship, the disease that steals the child, the tremors that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets destruction driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses for him. You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword, and now I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell me where the God's damn ring is, and we'll be on our way. This is how it has to be. You, who you have to be. Nay, I think not. You ask too much, demand far, far too much, and in exchange for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me, you little shite? Tell me what I want to know, or I'll beat it out of you. back off, Aniero. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer. Brandon was a dear friend. To know that an eater disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort to know that you grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story, if you would be so kind to join me in Lihi Graha. Yikes. Excuse me. This had better have a point. All right, guys, give me just a hot second. I'm going to go refill my tea, especially because I'm doing so much reading here on the stream today. I know I said I was going to be taking off at about 8 o'clock tonight, but since I got started a little bit later, I'm going to try to make a push to at least finish these quests before I knock off for the day. So listen to some music. I'll be back in just a minute. That's interesting, Evil, that it like hooks into your overlay. Ooh, I'm finally getting some fresh air. Like, the way that my building is positioned and the way that my particular unit is, and there's also very small walls. Or, I'm sorry, not walls, windows. Very small windows. It can be really, really difficult to get, like, a good crosswind going, and finally there's starting to be a little bit of fresh air that's blowing into the room. Which is great because it's about 80 degrees in here and it feels fantastic. Oh, God damn it. No, we have not had any snow yet. In fact, today was like 73. It was nice until it rained, and then it cooled down quite a bit. So I am quite excited for the low temperatures ahead. Because, like, what happens is like, the minute it goes down to, like, 60 degrees, my fucking landlord turns on the heat, and it's like, unless there's a string of, like, 3 or 4 70-degree days, he doesn't turn it off. So it's like, yeah, the heat in this apartment was, it was something else. All right, guess we're going to fight something. 'Tis beautiful, even now, a palace of forgotten dreams. But before it was Lehi Giha in the time of Vobert. It was Garoon's Licht. A memory of mine in which you walked was of a troubled time when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Brandon, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Soldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too inexperienced and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter, he quit Vobert. I thought I would never see him again. But then one day, he returned, one of several wandering adventurers led by a man named Ardbert, who had accepted our invitation to look into the mysterious transformations which had continued unabated in Brandon's absence. No. Asshole. Bite my goddamn headphone cable. Lady Soldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. And then came the day when we all learned the truth. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the court mage Tadric. It's him, Brandon. I'm sorry. So am I. Come, let's have done with it. It was you, Tadric. Do not deny it. Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what? Brandon. And after I took such pains to be rid of you. You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Soldia till my dying breath. As you like. Once I have killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice in noble sacrifice. Shall you find everlasting glory. Lord Tadric, it hurts. soon. You shall know more pain. You shall know no more pain. I was going to make it quick, but for old time's sake, but now I think I ought to take my time. Really? Who died? Wait, what happened? Fuck's sake. Sure, very easy. Go for it. Oh, I didn't even see the stack arrows. Aha. I really don't like these duties, to be honest with you. Like, where you have to play as somebody else. Hey, we did it. Meddlesome wretch, this kingdom is by rights is mine. Brandon, what is the meaning of this? Tadric, you. But why, after serving us faithfully for so many years? I am no servant, not of your mother or father or you. My lady! God damn you! Lady Saldia, speak to me. Brandon, my dear, brave Brandon, am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even now? Now and ever after, my lady, my sword is yours to command. That is well. Would that I had the strength to wield it myself. Still your heart, brave Brandon, and for the good of Vobert and her people. No, I cannot. I will not. Honor your vows to your kingdom, to your princess. To your friend who never doubted you, who knew that you would return and see justice. No, it should be me. Brandon, my sword, now and ever after. We've rounded up the rest of Tadric's co-conspirators and tossed them into the jail. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by magics, that is. I'll not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Well, you saw what happened. Wicked White. She begged him to do it, like Melinda. Come, let us quit this place and return to Pla Eni. We should just have one more, right? Do you know why I entered into the royal family's service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by a wild beast which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Saldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that was a debt that could never be repaid. For there is naught in the world which holds greater value than life itself. Not even her death absolves me of it, and so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, that she would want for me and her kingdom, for Brandon, and yes, even for you, grandson. For me? To define oneself in opposition to the other, an other bereft of complexity, of nuance, only devoted to redeeming qualities, a villain. Indeed, there is comfort and certainty in hatred. But it is a false and fleeting comfort, brought with lies that we tell ourselves about who we are, and what we must be, and what we must do. And never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up and sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Brandon was right to hesitate. No doubt. To doubt the unwavering blade cares not whom it serves nor who it cuts. I think I need a moment. Perhaps you do. Leave us for now, Aniero. All right, here we go. I think this is the last one. Grandson, I've given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here and where it invariably leads all who walk it. I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda, how to mourn her or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on Dick's sign to put my everything into the hunt, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill that hole up with hate, forget who I was. And the irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago too, isn't it? Heh, hard men making hard choices. What rot. Yeah, I won't say anything. Was it Ring of Fire Evil Lives? Because that would be the most distasteful choice. Sorry. Having planted my head so far up my own arse, it's taking me time to remove it. Don't worry, I'll finish the hunt with you, but for the right reasons, for Melinda and for Brandon, and then I'll move on. Move on, you say. I can't live off of hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly, and the more that I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity. Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived. Aye, something like that. Reckon Aniero would agree, and Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way that I have. Or maybe you've been thinking about doing it in her stead, eh? Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, Sol Ul. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm finally getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the Claws of Orthus. The ring, together with the bracelet and the choker, were 3 relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Saldia was the last of her line, and after her death, they were stored in the sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence. The ones who stole the fangs and the eyes of Orthus. Yes, the relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that they were spirited away. Dick Sign was then able to sense their presence. Even in death, a slave to duty, you said. You think he pursued the thieves out of instinctive loyalty to his princess? That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. Only 2 of the 3 were taken, then the 3rd is still. The Claws of Orthus, claim the Claws of Orthus and he will surely come for you, yes. Tim Gaius is where you must go. Once you arrive at that place I marked on the map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade, and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Soul Ol. I promise I will bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. May you find peace as well, child. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm not doing a fate. Ah, goddamn it. What is auto run? I forget what that fucking key command is. Yeah, I guess my middle mouse is macro to something else. R by default. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Dark Flux. Thank you, Clericus. Sorry about that. Just put SmackDown on my other monitor. Is that Danny Bryan? Looks like him. He's selling. All right. And here comes the DMCA. Zero, yes, I do watch AEW. You toss the powder into the air and it slowly settles into the earth as a twinkling motes of light. A coffer begins to take shape. Any thoughts on Abaddon? I haven't actually watched any of her matches. Actually, take that back. I did watch one of her matches. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. She's definitely got an interesting look, doesn't she? That stands out for sure. I know she used to be a part of, what was it, Rocky Mountain Pro for a little bit, and that's how she kind of came to AEW, was from RMP. I have not, I think the only match that I saw of her was the one that she had on Dynamite, because I don't watch Dark often enough. But yeah, she's, one of the things that we do, that I've started doing here on the channel, Saturdays, so tomorrow, 4 p.m., I call matches of WWE 2K19 along with Chizuk Bean of the One Fall Show, which I'm also a part of if you're into wrestling, as well as Will Cherry, formerly of the Refresh podcast. We all sit around, and Shawnee Constant joins us every once in a while too. We all sit around and call matches of WWE 2K19, and I know that Abaddon is one of the roster additions that I plan on modding into that game. This must be the Claws of Orthus. All that's left to decide is when and where we want to confront the Eater. Well, I think he's chosen. Or we could deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. She's a friend of mine, used to do cosplaying modeling stuff for me. That's awesome. She's definitely got a great look. And I've heard some good buzz about her from the sheets. So seems like she's doing good work. Hey there, old man. I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I know your story, and I know this isn't you. And I know that if Lady Saldia was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll all be over soon, I promise you. I know Chuck of the One Fall Show is a big fan of Abaddon, so he loves the spooky bullshit. No, I mean, I'd played, like, the old Killer Instinct, right? Like, the one on Genesis and Super NES, but, like, I didn't go back for any of the other newer installments. Fuck yeah. There we go. Oh, right on. It's interesting. Damn eater. Let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. Heh, finally. You watching, Melinda? Now, and ever after, my lady Saldana, my sword is yours to command. Brandon? He's still in there? I'll not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, he's trapped in the memory still. You're wrong, Brandon. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But that would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No, I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonor your memory. Oh, my Lady Saldania. He's gone. And with that, 3 treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we've just got to find a place to stick them so no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? Maybe Soul Owl will have some ideas. Let's head back to Planet Any. Is it done? Brandon has been laid to rest? You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your soul subsided at last? Aye, I suppose so. Though, to be honest, it felt like I made peace with him before we even fought. Because you finally saw him for what he was and accepted the truth into your heart. The battle was an afterthought. Ha! Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, I've brought you some gifts. The 3 royal relics of Fobert. Then Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soldia and her knight would have wanted, I reckon. Yes, of course. That their souls may sleep soundly forevermore. We shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Be well, Soul Owl. I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. Few can find the strength to overcome such a terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you. On no few occasions, I am sure. It has been a pleasure, Aniero. Do visit me if you ever want to hear an old fool prattle on and on. Excuse me. What up, Avix? Aw, thank you, Avix. It's very kind of you. You rock. Well met, Sinner. Glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I cannot help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only of Dick Sign and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs that I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Glenard was the only one who saw through the facade. He's a perceptive one. I took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I have yet to thank you properly, Aniero. I owe you so much for sticking with me until the end. So what's next for you? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here or in Wright or anywhere else, so I might spend some time on the road. I might not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon that I'm better than most, and there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits that bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? So let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say until the next hunt. Thank you, Sevo Kevo, for the 44 months in a row subscription. My God. Wherever you go, may you find shade, sinner. Nah, whatever. Still, though. My fucking shit's full. See, what don't I need? Check to see if all he is. I do not care. Don't lecture me about MGP. I don't give a fuck. There we go. All right. Roll quest is complete, which means that I can now continue the MSQ. However, I'm not going to be doing that this session. In fact, you guys got me for 42 minutes, almost an hour longer than I was planning today. So thank you guys for hanging out with me while I conclude my role quests. Next time I'm here, I will be moving towards wrapping up the MSQ and then moving into, what would it be, 5.1, 6.1? I don't remember which number we're on. What about the level 80 Dark Quest? Do I need it to do the MSQ? No? Then fuck it. All right. And I know better than to go to the underwater place to log off, because apparently its login screen is very spoilery. So I'm just going to log off at the Crystarium's Aetheryte Palace. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it so much. Let's get a raid going before we wrap up here. Who can we send y'all to? Ultima Final Fantasy is playing Shadowbringers as well. Who do you want me to send you to? Do you want me to send you to Ultima Final Fantasy or Jinx McNinja? Don't need anything but that Play Online viewer. Yeah, I'm going to get that installed this weekend. I've got it all downloaded. I'm going to get it installed and ready to go. But yes, we are one step closer to getting back into Final Fantasy XI. Send me to LBR. Moogle Go Round is streaming as well. Right on. Yeah, they've hosted a couple of times, right? I think they've hosted before. And it looks like they're doing their show. So, you know what, Dark Flux, I'm going to go with your suggestion, and I'm going to send you guys to Moogle Go Round Radio. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It has been a blast. I want to thank Avix Rim for his generosity, as well as all of the subs and resubs we got today. Sevo Kevo was definitely in there. I know that there were a couple of other subs as well. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it for all of the support. We are getting so close to that computer. We may have actually already gotten it, to be honest with you guys. You guys have been so killer at being so generous that we may already have hit the mark. So, but I've got to kind of confer with Juxta to see how much has been collected, and I'll get back with you guys on where we stand with the computer fundraiser. It's getting close, guys. You won't have to deal with 480 streams for much longer. Quiznos tomorrow? No, I don't think so. Not tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the One Fall Show Super Universe mode. It's a heavily modified WWE 2K19. We've got wrestlers that are a part of the universe. We've got up to date and accurate rosters of SmackDown, Raw, NXT, 205 Live, and even AEW. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, 4 p.m. Join me, Chuck Bean, Will Cherry, and Shawnee Constant for the One Fall Show's WWE 2K19 Super Universe mode. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you follow me on social media. That's at Nate Benderama or at LBR Aniero. Updates come across both of those. And if you want, follow at Limit Break Radio if you want updates on what we're thinking about doing with the show, or if you just want to be alerted when this channel goes live. Quiznos on the next 14 stream. Maybe. It sort of depends, because, like, the closest Quiznos is a fucking 50, maybe even a longer than an hour drive from me. So, like, it's it's going to be a commitment to get it. So we'll see about Quiznos. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and tell Moogle Go Round Radio Limit Break Radio says hi.